bought this thing for a documentary I'm doing, and I feel like I should use it now for every one of my videos. Anyways, travel gear, take one. In 2024, I got such great opportunities to be able to travel to certain locations that, like, I've always dreamed of going. Places I've never thought like I would ever go. And as a photographer, I got to capture such beautiful locations that, you know, I only saw other photographers, you know, capture on their social media and or like seen on Nat Geo. So 2024 was kind of my big travel year, also a big year for me. Because I also got to propose to my fiance at Banff National Park, which was one of the locations I've always dreamt of going. So yeah, 2024 was a good golden year of travel and romance, if you would say. However, one tiny little thing that I kind of like had an issue with was that traveling with camera equipment, I was very unorganized. I didn't have enough room to bring, well, a lot of things I wanted to bring. So I kind of, you know, had an issue with that. So I did what most logical people would do. And I did my research, I did trial and error, and I was able to find, I would say 5 items, maybe accessories, maybe gear that had made traveling with camera gear stupidly easy, because it's also stupidly difficult if you have done it before. Now, of course, if 2025 is your year where you said, hey, one of my resolutions is traveling, I'm going to go to X, Y, and Z, I tell you do it now. Life is too short to not do it. But if you have an issue just like I had prior in 2024, I'm hoping these 5 items can make it easier for you, if that makes sense. They made it easy for me. Every time I go, these are the items I always take no matter what. Even if it's only like I'm gone for 3 days, I still will take them with me no matter what. Also, these items are subject to change because obviously new things will come out, or maybe I grow out of them. I'm like, oh, I don't really need it, or I don't know, like I decide to not carry it with me anymore. And these are also my opinions of like how I think they're important. So if you don't think they're important, that's all righty then. These items work for me. Hopefully they will work for you. So that is that. I mean, let's kind of jump into it. Side note. The way I have them like listed is like a ranking. So the first few items are like the top tier, and then the bottom items are, you know, so forth. Not really important. So anyways, yeah. So let's jump into the first item. So the first item, I feel like it's like kind of given because it's like, it solves the issue of organization, is a tech bag. This one is a Peak Design, ooh, I had it backwards, yeah. A tech bag. This one's by Peak Design. This is their bigger tech bag. I think this is like 2 liters. But if you can kind of see it, there's all this space to put things in. They even have an SD card, kind of little slot holder in there. I will get an SD cards right after this. But what I like about this tech bag is that it allows me to put my cables, batteries, chargers, pencils, pens, SD cards, you name it, you can put it in here. I say it's a tech bag, but you can do so much more with it. This has kept me organized because when I would just throw everything like in my bag, and then if I needed an extra battery, I would be scrummaging around for it. So this has kept me organized, has kept me prepared. There are other tech bags, by the way. You don't have to get this one. There are 1,000 others that are cheaper or cost more. This is just what I like. This is what I prefer. You don't really need it, but like I said, there are 1,000 more. You don't need this one. So that's the first item on the list. So the second item, I know I mentioned about SD cards that can go into that Peak Design tech bag because there's a little slot there. Although I like it, there's only 3 slots. So for someone like me who shoots a lot of video and photos, I like to have more. And I know people are like, oh, you can just buy a bigger size SD cards. Also, do you know how much it costs to get a bigger size SD card? Especially a CF Express A, they're in the $1,000 range, depending on who you buy. And I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna fork up $1,000. I'd rather just buy like 4 of like an 80 gigabyte and just call it a day. I know that's photographer mistake 101, but also at the same time, not everyone can afford big, you know, size media cards. But I do bring this with me all the time. This is my Slate SD card. This is by Polar Pro. There are other designs like this, but just having an like a designated SD card carrier case is just perfect. This can fit, ooh, that was a little loud. This can fit 6 CF Express A cards, 4 regular SD cards, and if you pull this one off, it can, each of these slots have 2 micro SD card slots, so that's about 8 of them. I take this with me everywhere I go, even though I may not use all SD cards. It's good just to have them because, like, if I'm gone for a week, I know I can go through an 80 gigabyte, 160 gigabyte really fast, especially if I'm filming like 4K videos. For videographers, you know, these sizes are ginormous. And my Sony Alpha 7R5 is a 61 megapixel camera, so those files are ginormously huge. What I like about this is that it's, hold on, let me take this out. It's metal, it's like, that's really sturdy, and they have these little rubber gaskets right there on the top. I don't know if they're like 100% weather sealed, but they do prevent dirt and dust getting in them. So that's nice, especially with SD cards. If you don't have like one of the tough ones, the little readers can get damaged really fast. So this is important if you want to keep your SD cards really organized. So third on the list is more of like a bundle package ordeal, because if you're like me, I like to take my laptop with me to wherever I go, not just because I want to watch Lord of the Rings for the 17th time, but sometimes I get like a really good video or a really good shot that I want to edit so bad and post on my social media, because just, you know, when you see that moment, you gotta have to post it. But these two items I take with me because I like I said, like, they're a bundle. They help me with my workflow. And I just feel like it's kind of smart to bring them. First item is an external drive. I feel like this is kind of crucial to bring because I like to archive all my images or back up my images and videos so that way I don't lose them, or if I accidentally format my card the next day, I have it here. I also like to organize based off like what day I was shooting. So like, I know this image was from this day and that image was from that day. So this is important. Also, if you're like me, you might have a MacBook Air. That's why I bought this Anchor dock. It has like USB B-A's, USB-C. I always get the USBs wrong, but it has 2 ports there, USB-C ports, HDMI, micro SD card, and an Ethernet cable, if you decide to bring an Ethernet cable. So I bring these items with me all the time because it's crucial for me if I need to do work or if I need to do kind of like edit some of the photos. These are items that make it easier. Because I have a MacBook Air. MacBook Air doesn't have an SD card reader or other ports. It only has 2 USB-C ports, which is one of its greatest flaws. Another item, I said this was more of a bundle. I have a CXpress A card, so I need a CXpress A card reader. I have this one by this company called Trebleat. This is one of them. I might upgrade it because this kind of sometimes fails on me, but having one of these if you use CXpress A cards is really important. So this item is number 4 on the list because I don't always bring it with me because some areas I don't really need it. If I'm going to like a city area, I don't need it. Like when I was in Tokyo, never brought it. But when I was in Iceland, I brought it in case, you know, I wanted to do some long exposures. When I was in Italy, I brought it because I had to film some stuff. When I was in Canada, I brought it because I thought I was going to do astrophotography, but then the rangers were like, it's grizzly bear season, and at night they are very frequent. So I said, I don't want to die, so I'm gonna, you know, not do that. But that item is a tripod, particularly a very light and sturdy and compactable tripod. So this one is by Peak Design. This is a very expensive tripod. I will let you know now, there are cheaper versions, but this is the one I bought because I was just like, might as well. But it's always good to have a tripod if you're traveling, especially if you want to do astrophotography in somewhere where you're like, this is going to look beautiful, especially in Iceland during the winter times when the aurora lights are very active. So this is very, not important, but it's an item that's nice to have. This one is very, like I said, light and compactable. This can fit not only in my suitcase, my Pelican case, it can fit inside my bag. This goes with me like easily anywhere if I need to bring it. I don't bring it as much, like I said, but this is just good to have. Also, what's cool about this tripod is that, let me take it out real quick. This has a phone mount. So if you are someone who likes to shoot like behind the scenes of you like filming, you get this cool little phone mount that you can just plop it on top of there, which is really nice. Another reason why I bought this, because I was like, I want something that has multiple uses. This has, I'm trying to put this thing back in. This thing has a, como se dice, I'll just figure this out later. This has a quick release clamp on top. So if you can kind of see it, that metal part, this thing here can go to the bottom of the camera. If you have the Peak Design little like shoulder sling, it's a little plate, this goes on it. So you can easily You don't have to worry about constantly switching this plate off because it can go to a lot of Peak Designs items. That's what's kind of nice about them. They try to make everything super duper integrated. So last on my list, sorry that I'm not in frame. I'm trying to bring these things closer because there's a lot of them. So obviously we're in this really cool era where we have so many camera bag manufacturers. I made this last on my list because these items, the two I'm gonna show first, are not really, you don't have to buy these exact ones. There are other manufacturers like Nomadic, Low Pro, God, there was a German company I just got told of, and so many others. So these two camera bags, you don't have to get them. They're made by a really cool company that I've gotten a lot of stuff from them, like, you know, like purchase from them. So I trust them, how they make. But camera bags are so, I don't want to say they're not important, but when you're traveling, you already have a camera bag. For me, for a camera bag, I want something that's very versatile. Like not only does it carry my camera equipment, but if I was hiking, I can put, you know, a spare shirt, food, water, all this other stuff that in there, first aid kit if I need to. This company also makes backpacks that are camera bags, but also meant for backpacking. So if you decide to have a big, huge backpacking trip, you can use them and they're phenomenal. Like I said, they're built to kind of last. They also have a great customer support that if you have something damaged, I think they're willing to fix it for you. Don't quote me on that, but I know they're very big on lifetime warranty. Or are they? I think so. I forgot to, I wrote a note, but I deleted. But anyways, the two bags that I use them kind of interchangeably depending where I'm going. First one is the Wonder Provoke. This is their bigger bag. This is their 30 liter. I have two types of camera cubes. I have a standard one, and then I have the Pro one, which extends all the way. So it only gives me 6 liters of room for other stuff. So if I'm going somewhere where I know I'm gonna be hiking a lot, I get the smaller camera cube. All my camera equipment is right here. And then I have a whole section just to put stuff in there. This bag is, like I said, very versatile. I've taken it so many places. It has some TLC, if you can kind of see on it. It's getting scuffed up because like I said, I've used this. I've had this for almost 4 years already. I do have another one that I got at an event. It's a bright orange one. I might use that for when I do smaller trips. But no, this bag has been with me everywhere. I've taken it everywhere. It's been useful. Like I said, this is the bag that if I needed to be versatile, this is it. I can store a lot of stuff on the top while have my camera equipment on the bottom. I could put laptops. There's so many pockets in this thing. I wish I could spend an hour showing you all the pockets and what I use them for, but this is one of them. The other item, this is more of if I'm going to a city, and I want to have a bag with me, and I only need a camera and a lens, and then maybe small personal items, is Wonder's Rogue Sling. Let me see if we can kind of get there. Come on, focus. All right, this is their 9 liter sling. I like the bigger one because it's my body size is, I'm pretty huge, so this makes it look like a normal bag on me, and it's kind of nice. But I can fit, I fit 2 camera bodies and 2 lenses in here, 2 zoom lenses. It was very tight, but I was able to do it. And they have a slot to put your laptop in there, so this thing can do a lot of work. It does put a lot of strain on your shoulder if you have it very packed. I don't recommend it, but at the same time, sometimes a situation needs you to put a lot of stuff in there. But this is when I use it when I go to cities. I actually used this when I went to Italy. If you know anything about Italy, certain areas have big pickpocketing issue, so this was kind of clutch. I also bought these little extended lock mechanisms, these little tabs, if you can kind of see them. I zip these up. This is kind of like a bonus item. I zip it up and I clip it, and they can't unzip it. They're the worryless, the worryless tags, I believe. But yeah, this bag I've taken to so many trips. I'm taking this to Chicago in about 2 weeks because I don't want to carry a lot of equipment with me, but this still can carry a good amount, if that makes sense. And then last item is more of you don't really need it, but if you find yourself gone for a very long time and you are, I don't know, you need more than you think you need, or you're worried that, hey, I want to take a telephoto lens in case there's some really cool wildlife, but my bag doesn't fit it because I have X, Y, and Z. Or if you have a drone, or you have small portable lights, this can work. It's a Pelican case. This is Pelican cases. What number is this? The 1535 carry-on Pelican case. This is really good, meant for if you're taking it on a flight. I never want to check in my Pelican cases because I have paranoia of it getting damaged, stolen, etc. So this one goes on top of what's it, overhead bin, and this carries like the extra equipment that I can't put in my backpack at the moment, because let's say this bag, one of my bags has my laptop, sweater, blah blah blah. So I take this one with me all the time. This one, I think it was only 150. I don't remember the prices and a lot of things, so don't quote me on that. But I take it with me. I've taken it to Iceland, Canada, Japan. I'm taking it to Italy because I was there for an extensive amount of period, so I needed other stuff to come with me. And I sometimes pair like one of those bags with this Pelican case, because like I said, sometimes my bag is just filled with other items that I'm going to need instantly, while this is more of like a, hey, it's there just in case, or if I know I'm gonna capture some wildlife, but I want to carry more video focused lenses in my bag, I'll just put those and then have my telephoto lens in here. Especially like a 7200 although it's kind of small, it's still big enough. And also like extra like film cameras if I decide to bring a whole lot, or rolls of film. So those are kind of my list, I would say. Like it was very sped through, but I didn't want to spend too much time on this video because, like I said, they're subject to change. New things come out, better things come out. I might even not use this Pelican case anymore. I might get like a Nantucket one, because is that the company's name? Nantucket is, I think that's it. I'm thinking of Nantucket on the East Coast. But anyways, yeah, I might change it. I might not use any of these bags anymore. I might switch it up because something else comes out, or maybe Wonder makes a newer version of the Provoke by fixing certain flaws on this bag. But these are items that have made my traveling so much easier, because it allows me to be organized, it allows me to carry more items if I need to, and also it just allows my workflow to be a little bit better, more efficient. I hope this video is a big help for you, especially if you decide to travel more in 2025. I heard Japan is the perfect time to go this year. Italy is also good apparently, because this year's the Jubilee, so everything looks a little bit more spiffy and brand new, because last year they did all the like reconstruction of certain very beautiful locations. But like I said, these are items that work for me. I hope they work for you. And if you have any questions about them, or like, hey, like you have this SD card holder, but I want something a little bit cheaper, what do you suggest? I'm willing to help that with you. Just leave a comment down below. Other than that, like I said, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you. Like I said, I did research on these items and they have helped me tremendously. It makes traveling easier now. And if you're someone who loves center attention like moi, having a Pelican case and like a camera bag, people come up to you and be like, so what do you do? What are you filming? I notice a lot of film photographers use that, or videographers. And you just be like, I'm just, doing things, But yeah, hopefully it helped you. Somebody wants to say hi. Hi, Mr. Beans. Cool. But yeah, like and subscribe, and hopefully this video, like I said, hopefully this video has helped. Any questions? Send me in the comments down below. I have to eat lunch now, so before I pass out. So anyways, later haters. Thanks for all the support so far, and I'll see you guys later. Right, Beanie? I thought he was gonna meow, but anyways. Later, guys.